Hey guys, if you like this content, I would greatly appreciate it if you guys like the video and subscribed to my channel. It helps make these videos worth it going forward.
What's up, guys? Alcoin Tripper here with a crypto market review. As always, this is not financial advice. I'm not an expert. Do your own research. Today, I'm just going to review Bitcoin and probably just Bitcoin. We're seeing a lot of volatility in the market lately, and we're seeing a lot of spiky, crazy moves. The last several days, we saw finally a move to 25K, and this is an interesting area of support. I will get to it now. So what are we looking at? We're looking at, obviously, a accumulation period from the end of November after the FTX crash, followed by a move from 16 to double that, nearly 30, 31-ish K, and then a move down. Is this the end? Is this, a bear market now? What are we looking at? In my opinion, I think that we're still in a bull market. In a bullish market structure. I don't know if bull market is quite the best word I could put. A bull market, in my opinion, is very clear, strong trend where it's up only. And this market is maybe a little bit closer to just chop for right now. But, okay. 25K was an interesting level. Why is this? It's because there was a lot of support on a technical level. Number one, it's a 382 fib. Number two, it's an SR level, as we can see back in February of 23 as well as August of 22. This area was resistance twice, and now it's support. 200-day EMA, the red line, also got nearly tapped. And I'd also like to add it's the 200-week EMA as well. So there's just a lot of confluence with this 25K level. And, what's next? What is this? Is this the bottom? I'm not exactly sure. A lot of people do think it's going to go higher. I'm not so sure. We've seen this kind of consolidation, downward trend, bull flaggy looking thing from 31K to current prices. Personally, I would like to see actually another kind of tap and kind of consolidation around this area for a few days, weeks. And then after that, this to me would form a very solid low. Lows, if you've looked at my other videos, take days and weeks to form. If you look at some previous lows that were established, this is now the overall market structure is quite a bit different back in 2021 and for the most part. But you can see that these lows took many days and weeks to chop around and consolidate and form. One back in September 21, this one took like a month to form, all the way from kind of early September all the way to the end of September. And you can see that price consolidated before forming another leg up. Same thing with this January consolidation period from 40K all the way down to 30K, 28K. This still took about a month. But again, there's a lot of volatility. What you want to see is, something like this. So you want to see, clear bullish market structure followed by some sort of consolidation and then a move higher up. Now, is this type of market structure that we're seeing currently similar to what we saw back in January or even September of 21? I'm not so sure. I mean, to me, it looks... The thing about these types of consolidation periods is that while you're actually in it, it's always hard to really tell. But in hindsight, it always like, oh, you slap your face and you're like, oh, like this was in fact consolidation and we're just going higher. But while you're actually in it, so for example, while I was in September of 21, probably thinking, it's fucking over. Lower high established. I actually remember, I think that I did think this was going to be like a lower high. I remember thinking like it was going to be like this, where price consolidated and then we hit a lower high and then we were just going back down. I thought that we were going to chop around and then just go all the way back down to 25Ks, but I was incorrect. Price chopped, consolidated, hit all-time high levels, and then it died. But what I'm trying to say is that while you're actually in this type of consolidation period, it always seems a lot worse than it actually is. Same thing in January of 21. I probably thought it was all done. I thought that maybe, this was a nice move. It doubled from the previous all-time high of 20K. And now it's going all the way back down again. But in fact, this was just another leg up from 40K to 30K all the way up to the 60K levels, and then it died. Now, where are we contextually? Price, people argue we could either be here back in this April 2019 period. People argue that we are here back in June, July of this 2019 period, kind of this consolidation. I've seen it all. I don't have a strong opinion, to be frank and honest with you. I thought that we were maybe more like along here, this May, June period of 2019, where we're consolidating and then have another leg up. But again, not really quite sure. You know, there are some arguments to be made that maybe it's just like prices already hit the highs for the year. I could see that. You know, maybe price is in this overall supply zone here, and this was just the overall highs for the year, and price is going to go lower. Totally could see that possibility, but for me, it's still a bullish market structure in my opinion. And the reason why I say it's a bullish market structure is if you strip everything else away, we'll just find a new chart here. This works. Bullish market structure is higher highs and higher lows. And what we're seeing, in my opinion, is high, low. And this is actually where I was wrong, because I thought that this was a low, this was the high. I thought that high, low, higher high, and I was waiting for the higher low here. But in fact, it was not. You know, we hit a lower low, and I was like, oh fuck, like we're just done. We're just gonna go now hit a lower high and then just go lower. But price had that bull Zuka, strong move up, and we hit a higher high. And in my opinion, we haven't really truly hit a higher low yet. Lows, as I said before, take days or weeks to form. And like this type of structure right here didn't really didn't make me think that this was a low forming. This is not really how lows are formed. As I said, good lows take days and weeks to form, or sometimes they do what this is like, almost like a V-shaped kind of reversal. This is not as common in my opinion, but we are now in a consolidation period, and in my opinion, we are forming this low, and if we take this area for a little bit, you know, a little bit longer days or weeks, then I feel a lot more confident in considering this to be a strong low, and then price going up higher. Now, what would invalidate my idea? What would invalidate my idea is one of two things. Number one, we either consolidate here, and then we make the strong expansion move down. Maybe call it 22K or something like that, maybe even lower. Generally speaking, when these things go, they go quickly. So, you know, price would go ahead and just break down strongly, and that would also, to me, obviously show that this is going to be into a bear market. Another idea that I have is this price grinds up, kind of hits this 31K, maybe goes to 32, 33K, gets everybody super excited, and really thinking that it's a true bull market at that point. And in reality, it's just a fake out, and then price goes and dies. And then it would be somewhat like a double top where price goes up, traps everybody, and then we just go lower. Could totally see this scenario happening as well. But for now, to me, this is still a bullish market structure, and I'm still waiting for this higher low to form. Don't know where it's going to form, don't know how it's going to form, don't know what it's going to look like when it forms, but do believe that this kind of low is going to form. I just don't know what it's going to look like or how long it's going to take. So maybe, you know, maybe it just chops around for a bit longer and then we just go higher. But those are some two ideas as to why I believe it is still a bullish market structure, and kind of just still waiting to see what happens in regards to where the slow is formed and then where the next high is set. As I said before, like if we just start breaking down now, then obviously my idea is just totally invalidated, and then price is going to go lower. But you know, there are some arguments, as I said, as to why this is still bullish market structure and why I believe it's still bullish market structure, because I still believe it's higher highs and higher lows. Until those get those break down, then I personally am of the belief that we are going to go higher. Don't know how high we go, to be frank and honest with you. Say, you know, this kind of 32K area gets broken down. What would the next area up be? In my opinion, it would be like this 37K area, this 37 to 40K area. That there's a lot of resistance up near that 40K area. that's kind of the area that I would look for. But again, I'm going to take it one level at a time. It's something that I would wait for a break of this 32K area first, before on high time frame charts, before assuming that 40K is on the table, of course. But really just playing level to level, and as I said, this could be it. It could be it for the year. I just don't know. But just kind of playing level to level. I was of the belief that, like, you know, kind of some of these lower areas were going to get tapped. There is a CME gap right around 20K. I do believe that's going to get filled eventually. I don't know what or when it's going to look like. One thing that would actually make sense to me is maybe like price hit some sort of higher low. We break up 32K, and then we actually go to like 40K. And then near the end of the year, some sort of like bad CPI, bad economy, bad debt. Economy slows down, and then at that point, it wouldn't surprise me at all to see some sort of like big ass shakeout, nasty move, kind of something like this in like the late fall, early or kind of midwinter area, and then maybe we bottom out. I don't know where we'd bottom, 20K, whatever, and then that's like the start of the new bull market. But again, it's too hard to speculate when it's so far away. So, I mean, I don't really know. I'm just going to play it level to level, kind of play it by ear. But those are kind of my overall longer-term ideas. But for now, as I said, I'm really looking to see where this next low is formed and then where the high is set. Those are the two biggest kind of things that I'm looking for from here on out. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for the support.